Hi everyone, it's Angie and it's March 16th, 2017, and this video is going to be a quick update video on my product review of the feminine hygiene product that I purchased almost a month ago. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link that somewhere like down below or around here, something like that. So I wanted to do that quick video, but I do have a little announcement. I'll be making a video really soon about our move process and what's happening with that, because that is happening a lot faster than I could have ever expected. We have a closing date on our house, we have a closing date on the new property, and things are just so exciting right now. Everything's changing so fast. So I will be doing an update video on the move to the homestead really soon. But in the meantime, this is what we're talking about today. Menstrual cups. So stay tuned. Okay, so I got this menstrual cup about a month ago, maybe not even a month ago, and I used it. I used it for my cycle, and I have to say that now that I know how to use this little thing properly, I have to say it works really well, and I actually really like it a lot. Now, the one that I got is called a Meluna Shorty, and even in the Shorty design, they have different sizes: small, medium, large, and extra large. I got the extra large Shorty, and the reason I got an extra large Shorty and not just a regular like a Diva cup or something like that is because of the position of my cervix. I don't know if I went too much into detail about that in my last video, but when you're menstruating, your cervix tends to change its location and where it's at. Some people's cervix drops, and some people's cervix drops really low. I'm one of those freak people where the cervix drops super low. So I had to find something that would fit, that would work, that wouldn't like hang out of me and be uncomfortable, because that was my previous experience with menstrual cups. But I didn't realize that, you know, if you just change the position or the type of cup you use, it would solve that problem. And I did my research this time, and bam. So if you discover, and the best time to test where your cervix is located is during your menstrual cycle. So I highly suggest you wait till you get a menstruation before you test where your cervix is. And there's so many resources online to show you how to do that and explain it better if you don't know how to find your cervix. I'm not going to go into detail explaining that here. But I just want to say I love a menstrual cup. I really do. My next big move is going to be moving to reusable pads. And like I said in my last video, I mean, this is just all a part of being prepared. This is like preparedness for women, because this is something we have to think about. And, you know, society has trained women to every single month go out and buy your stuff because, you know, like that's what you just got to do. But, you know, before there was tampons and, you know, disposable pads and things like that, you know, women just used rags. That's really what they did. They layered up rags, and if they were really good seamstresses, they can make really good quality stuff, but that's what they did. That's what they did, and I don't want to get stuck in a situation where I have to use a rag. Not to mention, I'm trying to cut down on waste. You know, I don't like creating a lot of waste if I can help it. And so, yeah, I have to say, I love the menstrual cup. I highly suggest you do your research first. Figure out what location your cervix is in before you buy one, and research the different, you know, types of cups out there based on your cervix size and cervix location. Because if you don't get the right size cup, it will not be comfortable. You will not like it. I tried the Diva cup before, and it was very uncomfortable, and it's because it's, you know, a bigger size cup. And so I just figured, well, I didn't know. I thought they were all like the same. I didn't realize they make them so individual. Maybe back then they didn't because it was a long time ago when I tried it. But they do now. They have so many options. So please do your research, but I highly recommend it. I was like, well, I mean, it's kind of cool that some people really like menstrual cups, but I just don't think they're for everybody. I really believed that for a long time. They're just not for everybody. But they make so many now, so many different shapes, so many different sizes that you're bound to find one that fits comfortably and does the job. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about leakage and things. Leakage is an actual issue. And if you are leaking, it's only because you have not inserted it correctly. My first couple of days, I noticed that there was some leakage. And what I tend to do is I'll insert it and I'll position it where I think it's supposed to be positioned according to the directions. And then I will wipe a few times. If I'm wiping and I see a lot of, blood on the paper, then I know for a fact I haven't placed it right. So what I started doing was putting myself in a position where I wouldn't even leave the bathroom until I was sure there was no leaking. Now there's times where I'm just being lazy. I'll just throw it in and figure, oh, it's fine. And then I, have a little leak later. And then that's totally my fault. It's not the menstrual cup's fault. But, generally speaking, it's pretty easy to discover before you even leave the bathroom if you're going to have a leak. And just doing what I said is pretty much good enough. If you're wiping and it's not really getting clearer and cleaner, then that means you don't have it placed right. Pull it out, rinse it off, and get it back in properly. Eventually, you start to get to a place where it gets so normal that you just kind of insert it and it's in the right position. But then that's also a time where it can start getting a little lazy because you could be off just a little. You might not have the proper suction because that's kind of what this is. It gets kind of sucked in there in a way that it doesn't really pull out easily. And that keeps it in place and makes sure that it collects everything. So if you don't have it fully in position or it doesn't have the right suction or something, and you'll start to know it with use. It takes a little bit of time to kind of get used to it, but once you do it right a couple times and you start getting used to it, you don't even notice it's in there. Sometimes it's kind of scary on my lighter days. I'll forget sometimes it's even in there. And I've actually left it in for a whole 24-hour day. And then the next morning I woke up and was like, I can't believe I had this in there so long. So do be careful about that. Even though these aren't known to cause toxic shock syndrome, keeping something like this in there for that long, collecting your fluids for over 24 hours is still not healthy. So you want to really be careful of that on your light days. Try not to forget to keep it in, to take it out and change it, even if you feel like it's not, getting full or anything like that. So what do I say about the menstrual cup? I give it 2 thumbs up. Just do your research and make sure you're knowledgeable about using it when you try to use it. You don't want to have a really big accident. So yes, menstrual cups are awesome. Soon I'm going to be getting myself some reusable pads and then I'll make some videos about that. So if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help my channel out. And also, I'll post the link down below to the Meluna brand, but I think that you should all kind of just do your own research on your own brand. And stay tuned because I'm going to be posting a video really soon. I'm so excited about all the things happening, all of the changes that's going on in my life right now. It's really overwhelming and there's so much happening. So I'm just kind of waiting for the right moment because I haven't even made a Facebook announcement to all my friends and family or anything. So excited. All right, guys, I'll let you go. This video is long enough and I hope you like this video. Take care. Bye.